Good evening and welcome to some Friday night football. We're at Edinburg Cat Stadium. I'm Donut Salinas. To my right is going to be Paul Osbury as always. Que más quieres? And to my left is going to be my wife, Ida Salinas, giving us with the stats. Giving us the stats tonight. Que más quieres, Pablo?
¿Qué más?
Before I get to my special guest, let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's a very special guest. And y'all know me and Paul, we go back a long way, and we go back when there was only one high school here, and that was the Bobcats. I'm going to get to my special guest in a minute, but first of all, let me tell you what, when I met this gentleman, I didn't come up to him and say, I'm Donut, I'm so-and-so, or who are you, whatever, Coach. I went up to him and I said, you know what, I like you already. I look up in the stands and I said, Bobcat pride is back. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get quickly to my special guest tonight. Before we get to the game, I'm going to tell you right now, it was Los Fresnos that won the flip. They deferred, so they're going to go in the second half with the ball. It's going to be the Cougars receiving the ball on the south side of the field to start the game. We'll see how that goes. For right now, Coach,
Yes,
you know, congratulations, man. And you got the pride back. I mean, me and Paul come here, and, you know, I've been to your school. I've seen, give me the kid's name I talked to on Tuesday afternoon, sir.
Matthew Resendez.
Matthew Resendez, if you're hearing me, buddy, let me tell you what. You take that with pride, man. And what these coaches are doing for you, it's coaches that care about you, coaches that want you to become the Bobcat you can become. So, Mr. Resendez, take it as good, and I hope I inspired you a little bit and letting you know what it is to be a Bobcat and the pride you should have as far as being a Bobcat coach. Your year, a lot of people, I know personal friends that didn't think you'd even win a game or be in any games throughout the year. You came up with two big victories. Another two games that we did here, you went for it on fourth down a few times. And one of those fourth downs comes into a first down. Who knows? You could have been two wins more and be in the playoffs. How do you feel? How do you like the Valley? And first of all, how does it feel to be a Bobcat?
It feels great to be a Bobcat. You know, there's a lot of pride and tradition there, and real fortunate to be coaching some great young men and be coaching with some great coaches and a great administration. Our kids are really humble young men, and they've done a great job this year. And you know, I think that's what makes it special is the kids, and the community is what makes it really special. And our community has done a great job of embracing me and embracing us and embracing our kids. And I think that's the biggest thing. And I think I'm just happy to be here, and it's just a great place.
That was my next question to you, Coach, and we can talk a little bit more about it. How did you feel when you got here as far as the administration, the people, and the pride? Because believe me, Coach, and it's not just to make you feel good. That pride is back.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate that. You know, everybody's made me feel welcome. You know, even though Paul has come and spoke to our kids a little bit about the Bobcat tradition. And when I first came, I've heard a lot about the Bobcat pride, you know, coaches that coached before me, Coach Flores, Coach Vela, Coach Akers, just to name a few, and there's been some great assistants.
There's a couple right there, baby.
And you know, it's been one of those deals where it's just been really special, and everybody made me feel welcome, and it's just been a real good situation for me.
All right,
lucky.
Pablo, you're going to take us to the kickoff. We're going to get back to Coach. Coach, don't go anywhere, buddy. Here we go, Pablo.
Low, short line drive kick, and we feel it cleanly at the 10. They do a little reverse. He's going to run out of room. He's going to be met at the 27. They tried a little reverse, but it wasn't nothing doing there, don't it?
All right, it's going to be first and 10 for the Cougars. They're on the south side. They're going toward the north. It'll be at the ball being spotted about the 27-yard line. Pablo, you got something for Coach, buddy?
I do, Coach. I gotta concur with what Donut was saying. You know, we're Bobcats. It is what it is, and it's a breath of fresh air to get you to come in here and see the energy you had, energy you brought, the passion to the game, the passion you have for the Bobcats, and we're Bobcats all the way down to our core, and it's just good to see you here, Coach. We'll catch you here in a second again, Coach.
Yes,
Give me a second.
All right, Coach.
All right. Split left, split right. Gonna go right off the left tackle. He's got some room. He took him all the way to the second level before he got met. It gave him about 9. Good little gain by Whitesides. You know how tough he is.
All right, pick up a 9 yards on the play. It'll bring up a second and long one coming up. 11:35 and counting. We're still scoring as we just started here at Cat Stadium. We got a special guest with us. Coach just got from the Bobcats. Coach, as far as what Paulo was talking
hang
about.
out here with us, Coach. Don't go nowhere.
All right, here we go.
Left, split right. Shotgun formation. Quarterback read option. He's going to keep it himself. No room outside. Of course, that play, usually you want to try to get outside. He got turned back inside by the force player. Nothing doing.
Pablo, they only needed one, though, and they got about 2 yards. So what we're going to do, Pablo,
we're going to measure that chain. No, we're going to move those chains.
All right, we're moving the chains. It's the first move of the night. It's with 2 plays down. The Cougars have picked up 11 yards. They needed 10, so they're moving the chains for the first time. 11-10 and counting the first quarter. It's still Cougars 0, Falcons 0.
Pablo. Running back set to his left, split right. It's going to be a play-action pass. He rolls out to his left. He's got a man overthrown. Linebacker had some good coverage. He could have hit him, maybe thrown a little bit lower, but incomplete pass, don't it?
All right, get to Coach Pablo.
I got you. Coach, what we're talking about, the pride is back and all the excitement there, like you've already mentioned. I've talked to the kids a couple times. Coach, you know, have you settled in officially, been hanging out here in Edinburg? Have you settled in?
Yes, sir, I have. I finally feel like I'm here and I've settled in and just kind of getting used to the Valley, and it's been great experience.
Coach, we'll get back to you in a minute because I want to know where you came from and what's it like over there. Here we go, Pablo, second and 10.
Twins to the short side of the field. You got split to the left. Looks like they're in a cover 2. I mean, the corners can play aggressive up here. It's going to be a run. He's going to keep it. He keeps it himself. That's a correct read. Ramirez is down the 40. He's going to be caught, but I'll tell you what, 25, 30 yards later, and they're going to move those chains.
Pablo, talk about that play a little bit real quick about deciding whether to give it out or keeping it and going for it. That was the right call there.
He's keen on that defensive end. His quarterback called a read option.
Replay right here, Pablo. Take us to it.
Right there. And he had a play designed to go. He went in, went the other way. That's just instinctual running right there, don't it? Oh. That play was not designed to go that way, but he went anyway. That doesn't matter. He got a first down.
First 10-10, ball at the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons quickly for the Cougars.
All right, same play this time. He gives it to Whiteside cleanly, and Whiteside scrambles through that whole mess right there. I'll tell you what, he runs tough as usual. I gave him about 7 or 8, and you know the deal with Whiteside. I've joked about it before. He can be missing both his legs, and he still wants to be in the game.
All right, pick up a 6. It'll bring up a 2nd and 4th coming up for the Cougars. Once again, our special guest is going to join us as long as he can. We're going to keep him as long as we can.
Oh, we're going to keep him here, don't it?
All right, 2nd and 4 coming up. Paulo, take us to it. 10-20 left.
Shotgun formation, Whitesides. Twins left, split right. Again, quarterback read option. And, you know, on that particular play, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but bottom line is Whitesides was able to make a block on that defensive end coming in. Had he not made that block, he probably would have stopped that quarterback.
All right, they're going to move those chains. Another first down being picked up by the Cougars. Quickly, they're down to the 15-yard line. Little shout-out going on already, Pablo.
Shout-out. Go get her. Shout-out.
The Olivares family joining us in Edinburg.
Hey.
And thanks again, David, Lulu, and the kids. Thanks for tuning in to ValleyCenter.com and, of course, Catch TV 17. Pablo.
What a mess right there. And just out of nowhere, Whiteside just squeaks through. I mean, there was just a pile of bodies. Donnie gain of about 5 right up the gut.
Hey, Pablo, is that a lot of yak going on tonight?
A lot of yakety-yak.
Yakety-yak.
Yards after contact. I'll tell you what, I wish we could
Yards
add that
after
up.
contact?
Yes, sir.
All right. Coach, we have fun, buddy, and I think you're realizing that.
You're having a great time.
You're going to join us in a bit. Don't worry, Coach.
I think I need to be up here instead of coaching
Twins
sometimes.
left, split right. No, we need you coaching the Bobcats, Coach. He can hand out the Whitesides, but the defensive end crashed really hard.
Oh,
it might be a fumble. Falcons football.
Falcon football. Again, it's going to be a big point right there as far as the turnover. After running a great 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plays, Paulo, taking the ball all the way down to the 15-yard line, to the 10-yard line. They come up with a big fumble. That is the Falcons recovering the fumble. And Paulo, that's one thing we talk about. And, Coach, if you can answer on this one real quick, yes, Coach, as far as yakety-yak, that's yards after contact.
Yes, sir.
He got hit. Instead of just laying there, he tried to make it a little extra, and you end up losing the ball.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. That's just, you know, you got to, ball security is a big thing. We talk about it all the time, and sometimes they just hit the ball in the right spot. You just got to keep it high and tight.
All right, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Paulo.
3 running back set. Quarterback's going to keep it himself. Little misdirection. They had all 3 backs go to the left, and he took it up the gut for himself. As the quarterback draw, a gain of about 7.
No, he got 12 on the play, Paulo. I'm sorry there. It's going to be one more time now for the Falcons.
Move those chains. I know what you're doing, man. You're talking to me.
All right.
Was that 27, 37?
9-20.
3 running back set again for the Falcons. Split right, all by his lonesome, man-to-man down here at the bottom. But they're going to run it, no need. Why fix what didn't broke? As another positive gain. That's a gain of about 4 or 5 for the tailback off the right guard. Tried to bounce it outside, but got the second level, and it ended right there, don't it?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, you're hearing us on ValleyCentral.com, and, of course, the picture is being brought to you by Cats TV. That is KATS Channel 17. We have a 2nd and 5 coming up. Cougars ran 8 plays on their first possession, fumbled the ball, and now it's the Falcons on their 3rd play.
Northern to cover 3, trying to get an extra one in the box. And good. Oh, quarterback kept it again, a little misdirection. The linebackers are having a hard time keying on the ball.
I don't know if they're pulling that guard.
Yes,
I couldn't
sir.
see.
They did. They pulled one. And all they need to do is vacate one of those linebackers. One of the linebackers get a little excited. There's your hole right there.
Hey, let me tell you what, Pablo. I'm Donald Salinas, and I got 2 coaches up with me joining me up here.
Oh, no
Making
doubt,
it look
brother.
so easy. If you're Donald Salinas, you're saying,
Que
"Que más
quieres?"
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. We got 8:05 and counting left in the first quarter.
Strong left if you're the Cougars. 3 running back set. And it's going to be a sweep to the outside. This time the quarterback hands it off. They cut the corner. He gets the edge. And you know what happens when you get outside, don't it?
Yep, you get a bunch of yards, and he got 11. They needed 10, so we're going to
Move those chains.
Wow.
Great block on the corner, a good cut block. When you chop him down, don't it, you're able to get outside. The only one that can stop you is the out of bounds or somebody else, and I'll tell you what, that's what happened.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Ball being played at the 46-yard line. That's of the Falcons.
Falcons going quick, no huddle, and they caught Edinburg North a little bit off guard as they do a dive right up the gut for about 4.5, 5 yards again.
All right, Pablo, is this sort of what the Jaguars run where they don't know who's got the ball or what's going on there, Pablo?
Not as much misdirection.
Okay.
As much as you're kind of, I'm going to say, damn, darn if you do and darn if you don't.
All right.
Right there, you go with the flow. Whatever quarterback keeps himself. A bunch of lead blockers. There you go. Good job by the DB at least to turn him back inside because your pursuit is coming. You could possibly get a fumble. It's certainly a hard tackle. So good job at least to turn the run inside. But
they needed 5 and
Yeah.
they picked up 11, so we're going to move those chains.
It's tough when you're dealing with a bunch of lead blockers like that, don't it?
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Ball quickly at the 37-yard line of the Cougars.
And he's going to keep
Little
it himself. A huge hole. As again, the linebackers get a little excited. They did not maintain their gap responsibility right there, don't it? And they all bolted for the outside. And
Picked up 16 yards, Pablo. So
Yeah.
once again,
move those chains. It took the 3rd level to get them. That's not good when your safety's making tackles, don't it? But that's on the
How many
linebackers.
first downs already, Miss Salinas? How many first downs?
They all vacated. That's on the linebackers right there, don't it?
All right.
And a dive right up the middle. Nothing doing this time. Looks like Edinburg North just pinched inward. Took care of all that. Nothing doing up the middle. Gain of 2.
Gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8 coming up. We're down to 6. 51 and counting left in the first quarter. We're still scoreless here at Edinburg Cat Stadium. I'm Donald Salinas. To my left, it's going to be Paul Osbury now. To my right, my stats lady, Miss Ida Salinas, my wife. And to the left,
Miss everything.
Miss everything. All right, here we go. 2nd and 8 coming up. 6:35 left.
Split left. Got a little motion. It's going to be a pitch. That's a design play. It kind of basically helps the running back get a little wider on that ball. But I'll tell it again, that's the corner. Corner did a good job. He went under the blocker, don't it? Caused a pile of bodies.
Coach, real quick, 3rd and 3 coming up, big 3 coming up. You're 2 down territory. You try to put some points on the board.
I think playoff time, try to put some points on the board.
Oh, aggressive. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, hearing it from
About to have some tackles up here in the booth.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 3 coming up. Ball at the 13-yard line.
Okay, this time a dive right up the middle.
Oh,
good
and
tackle.
he took it all the way to the 2nd level again. He's getting through.
He's going to be short, Paulo. Here we go, Coach. It's going to be 4th and maybe half a yard. But, again, watch a hard count.
Yeah.
Of course, that's standard ops. You know, you want to hut.
Yeah.
That's standard ops. And if, you know.
I think feeling pretty good. It all depends on the flow of the game. You feel good about it. You're moving the chains. Go ahead and, you go for it.
All right, watch a hard count. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 4th and 1 coming up. 5:35 and counting left in the first quarter. It's the Falcons at the 11-yard line.
That's going to be another run. Quarterback's going to keep it himself. He's definitely got up the middle. As Falcons are just grinding out on the ground, and they can't be stopped. That's a first down, don't it? They're
we're going to move those chains and drop them chains. All right, we're dropping them, Coach. We're at first.
Stay with us, Coach. Stay with us, man. You might even get in there with us.
Here we go. We got a 1st and goal ball at the 6-yard line for the Falcons. Quickly, we're down to 5:20 left.
All right, they definitely have. Look at that. Right up the gut, don't it? Touchdown, Falcons.
So with 5:12, ladies and gentlemen, left in the first quarter, it was the Cougars that were looking good at the beginning of the game, picking up 4 first downs, running 8 plays, getting down to the 15-yard line of the Falcons when they got a fumble in. Falcons recovered the ball, then themselves went 9 plays and put 6 points on the board with 5:12. We'll see what's going to happen next, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, it's Falcons 6, Cougars 0. We're at Edinburg Cat Stadium. I'm Donald Salinas, Paul Osbury, coach from the Bobcats, and Miss Salinas. Here you go, Paulo.
And it's a good snap, good hold. And he might have, he almost ran in that kicker, but extra point, Falcons. Hey, Donut, the Falcons are giving the Edinburg North a lot of fits. Their linebackers, I mean, they're giving a lot of fits, and the linebackers are not maintaining their gap responsibility. All you need is one by virtue of alignment, by virtue of who you play fake to first. you're trying to influence the linebacker to open up a hole, and they are doing a great job of it.
All right, so in the first quarter, in the first half of the first quarter, guys, what we got right now is both teams held the ball pretty good, ran it all the way to the red zone, but it was the Cougars fumbling the ball at the 15, then the Falcons take over. They go the 85 yards. They needed to get the 6 points. They kicked the extra point. It's now Falcons 7, Cougars 0. Pablo, talk to Coach.
Yeah,
buddy.
we got Coach right here. We got Coach Escobar in the house, Bobcats. And, Coach, you know, as we watch this, we can get some extremely unique insight. We got a head coach in the house right here, right now.
So you're pouring donut, you're saying.
Oh, we're thinking, que más quieres?
Hey, Coach, what do you think so far? What's going on with these two crazy guys up here? You enjoying it?
Yes, sir. I'm telling you, I think I'm going to come up here sometime, probably at halftime, listen to you guys talk more and be on the field. Y'all do a great job.
Coach, I got a question for you. When, as a head coach, when do you decide to pull the trigger on something like an onside kick or a fake punt? I mean, what is it? What goes through your mind?
It's a gut instinct. You know, I think you got to watch plenty of film, know if you can do it or not. But I think it's a gut instinct in the middle of the game. You feel good, try to get a little momentum. You know, we took a lot of chances this year because I really felt like our kids, you know, we told our kids we're going to take chances. You know, we believe in you. We're going to try to get it done and help you out. And so that's what we did. You know, but I think it took a lot of film studies, what we ended up doing.
Coach, appreciate that special insight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, right now it's going to be the Falcons kicking up to the Cougars. Second possession for the Cougars coming up. Pablo.
A decent kick. Looks like it's going to be fielded cleanly at about the 3. Falcons got some good. They're all maintaining good lane responsibility. He's not going to go much further. He's staying on his feet. Break one more tackle. That is just a really good hard running right there, don't it? Problem with the Falcons is they came they were a little uneven. A couple guys a little too ahead of the other. That opened up gaps. If you got some speed, you need to slow down a bit. If you're slow, you need to catch up a bit.
Good run from the 3 all the way down to the 44, run back of 41 yards. That was for the Cougars. So they're going to have Paulo. We talk a lot about field position.
Yes,
this
sir.
Good field position right here, Paulo.
Very good. I think Coach Escobar would love to start the 44.
All right, you need 56 yards. That's all you need to tie up this game and put some points on the board. So with 5:03, it's the Cougars first and 10, ball at the 44-yard line. That's their own 44. Paulo, take it away.
All right, split left and right, 2 running back set. He can hand it up. He's going to be playing a quarterback read option, and that was not the correct read. But he kept it anyway and grounded out for 2 anyway.
All right, so it's 2nd and 8 coming up. Coach, as far as Valley concerned, are you coming from what area, Coach?
I was in Corpus last for 6 months, but I was in Midland for Odessa for about 7 years. So I've been in that area for a long time. Midland, Odessa's a long ways away from here. But, you know, the style of football is still the same, tough kids.
No doubt about it.
There we go, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man-to-man at the top. They decide he's got a man if he stays in the pocket. And he dropped. That boy was plenty covered over there. He had man-to-man at the top, don't it? And he elected to go and threw it into coverage and overthrew it.
Incidental contact here. The receiver was nowhere down. He fell down about 15 yards after he took off.
Well, you had about 2 receivers that stayed real close to each other. They basically ran the same route, and the quarterback had to get rid. You can't stand there in the pocket that too much longer than that. You had to get rid of it, don't it?
All right, so after they get a great field position at their 44-yard line, they've only moved the ball 2 yards. Here it goes, 3rd and 8 coming up, 4:24 left.
Double twins. Shotgun formation again. They come with a blitz off the edge. He got to get rid of it. They blitzed on both edges, and he had to try to dump it off to Whiteside, but he was unable to get a good little pass to him. And a good job by the pressure on the Falcon to come off both edges.
All right, so it's going to be incomplete. It's going to be 4th and 8 coming up. So after getting great field position, it's going to be the Cougars pointing the ball after 3 and out with 4:20 left. And gentlemen, the game started great for the Cougars, just the way as it did last week. Last week they started off
people
well.
Can't see that on that play, on that fumble play. They didn't count on that defensive, and he crashed down hard. He came at an unusual angle. They hadn't seen up to that point in this game, and he surprised Whiteside.
All right, they'll be playing from about their own 37-yard line. Here we go, Pablo.
All right, looks like Los Fresnos coming with a block, and they
nailed
the punter. They
yeah.
definitely ran into him, and they probably should have got the block. They probably should have got the block. I think it went right between someone's arms. They had at least 3 guys. Pick your choice. Could have blocked him.
And there's a flag on the field, and I believe it's going to.
Oh yeah. First down, Edinburg North.
Depends on what it is.
They ran into him enough.
Yeah.
There it is.
Personal foul. 15 yards, making the calls, Mr. Lagarza. You want to do the referees, please?
I got to go because I can see.
All right, here we go. It's going to be our head referee is Fernando de la Garza. The umpire is Leo Betancourt. The head linesman is Jesus de la Cruz. Our line judge is Victor Trevino, and our back judge is Eddie Badillo. That's our Reds for tonight. Thank you very much, guys. Good luck. Hope you have a good one. So it's going to give him another play, Paulo, right there. I had him down for 4 plays. And here we go, a new set of downs. thanks to that flag, a big flag right there on their second possession, being on the roughing the punter. Pablo.
Twins left, split right. It's going to be handed out to Whitesides. He tries to bounce it outside, gets turned back inside. Don't let me talk about that punt right there. You know, it's not a blessing. Bottom line is they had too many guys that got free.
Right.
You really need one or two because that way they can peel off. There was no room. These guys, I bet they basically bumped into each other.
Yeah.
Fortunately or unfortunately, they had too many guys that could block that punt, and nobody was able to peel away, and they ran into the punter on that one.
All right, so they kept the ball after getting it with 4-something left in the first quarter. They'll keep the ball. We're down to 3:40 left. It's still Falcons 7, Cougars 0. Pablo.
Split left, Twins right, tight ends on the left side. It's going to be another run. This time he's going to hand it off to the tailback, and he's going to fumble. And looks like Cougars are able to get back on it. That didn't look like a very good exchange from the quarterback to the tailback, don't I? think the quarterback, they do that thing where they put it in his gut, they try to pull it out. But at some point in time, the running back's instinct is to go ahead and hang on that ball, and that's what happened.
All right, so it's going to be 3rd and 12 coming up, Paulo.
And Edinburg North, they got
After
decent
starting
field
so
vision.
good.
Yeah.
After starting so good on their first possession, they look good, ran 8 plays. We're down to the 15-yard line before they fumbled the ball at the 10.
This is a pretty good defensive team. We scrimmage those Fresnos, and they're very good defensively. They do a good job. So I think it's just one of those things they got to settle in, and they'll be fine as long as they just stay with it and be patient.
Little reverse.
Oh, you got
There
the
you
ball.
go.
You better hurry.
And it didn't have enough room. Good job. They read that real quick, don't it?
Yeah.
That safety actually came up and made the tackle, and that's exceptional right there, to tell you the truth. I don't know what he saw, but I'll tell you what, the safety came up and made that tackle.
Yeah, I picked up only 4 yards. It kind of took too long to develop. By the time he wanted to get there was already guys coming in from all sides of the field.
Well, I'll tell you what, don't it, when your safety is coming up making the tackle on a reverse, I don't know what he saw. I don't know how he's taught or what, but that's unusual, and it's exceptional for Los Fresnos.
All right, so it's going to be a 4th and 9, and we got a timeout on the field by we got an injured player right here on the near side of the field. He seems to be all right. At least he's up and they're talking to him. So with 2:30 left, hey, Coach, again, man, welcome and a great job. And I see that the Bobcat pride is back. It's us being ex-Bobcats, we saw it when we walked up to the first game you had here at the stadium. And then, like we said, you went for it on a few 4th downs. Mm-hmm. It could have been a big difference in the game.
Oh, yeah.
You pick up 2 more victories that you were in the game, and especially you were up at times. Yeah. You'd be playing tonight, man.
Yeah. So against Edinburg North, we had the momentum. We blocked the punt, and we scored on the ensuing play. And then it was 17-14. We went for the onside. We got the onside, and then things just started going our way. And then we went for a fake punt. It was 17-14 at the time. I still remember it. I still have nightmares about it. And we went for the fake punt, and it wasn't a good call, but I really thought it was the right time to do it. Like I said, it's a gut instinct, and my gut was probably the burrito I had that day, because it was a bad
Q taco. Next time, get a Q taco, Coach.
Stay away from the burrito next year.
I tell you, they need to move that stripes. That's right by Bobcats, because that's killing me. But
that's killing you.
But it was one of those deals that and I told the kids it was my fault. I really and the kids were really great. Our kids are unbelievable.
Thank you, Coach. We're going to keep on talking to Coach here throughout the game. We got 2:19 left in the first. It's the Cougars. I don't know why the clock is running. No, they're running the clock. It was an injury.
Boy, they're in a prevent defense, don't it? They're definitely expecting to pass. Throw it underneath the coverage. Thank you very much, but they were willing to give him anything short, and he probably was going to get tackled before he got to the first down marker, but that's an incomplete pass on it.
All right, so they're going to turn the ball over on downs. So, I mean, gentlemen, they looked good on the first drive. They ran over 8 plays. They were down to the 10-yard line where they fumbled the ball, and then it was the Fresnos that came over and took over and went the 85 yards. On the other hand, the Cougars go 3 and out, but thanks to a running into the punter, they get an automatic first down, but can't manage to get another first down.
Well, Edinburg North offensive coordinator may want to think about this. They got themselves, if the run's not working, you get into a real bind with that 3rd or 4th and long. Everybody knows you're going to pass or do something like that. They may have to think of play action and maybe on 1st or 2nd down, don't it? 3 running back set, split right, strong left. If you're the Cougars, boy, there was really no hole. Somehow that tailback squeaked through the middle. And that was a solid gain of about 8, right up the gut, don't it?
Yeah, picked up 8 yards. A lot of yakety-yak going on, Paulo, once again. They had him right where they wanted him and met him at the line. 2nd and 2, Paulo.
I'll tell you what, quick no huddle. These guys are the Philadelphia Eagles or what?
Yeah, they're going quick. I was going to keep on talking. I look up, I said, good, Paulo, because they were going. So they needed 2. They picked up 5, so they're going to
move those chains. Those Fresnos is definitely not messing around with that clock, don't it? They don't even know there's a play clock. Who cares? Three running back set once again. Edinburg North is just confused. They're loading up that box, but they're finding a hole, don't it? That's a solid gain of about 2 on the first down as the Falcons are up 7-0.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Falcons up 7-0. Paul just called it. 1:25 and counting left in the first quarter. Both teams have touched the ball twice, but it's Los Fresnos who put up 7 points on their first possession. This is their second possession. The Cougars looked in the first possession, but they fumbled the ball at the 10, and now they went 6 downs and out.
Well, I don't know if big old number 77, he lined up as a tight end. He's obviously an offensive tackle. I don't know if he checked in, if he's eligible, but I don't think he's an eligible receiver. Let's not worry about it. Let's load that box. Let's go, man. They can't stop him, don't it?
Pablo, they ran already 12 plays. They've yet to throw the ball, and why throw it? Like you said, why fix what
why
not
fix what
broken?
isn't broken? And so, and so that's a solid gain. It leaves it only about 3rd and 4.
Yeah, it'll be 3rd and 4th coming up. 1:07 left. He stepped out of bounds. It'll stop the clock. It's Falcons 7, Cougars 0. I'm Donald Salinas, Paul Osbury, and we got Coach Escobar joining us from the Bobcats.
Oh, now luckily, certainly if you're the Cougars, looked like the tailback and quarterback tripped up their feet. That was a no gain as he basically stumbled on his own to the line of scrimmage. And it looks like Cougars caught a little breath of fresh air right there.
4th down coming up, Coach. Big down,
Big
Coach.
down. You know, you feel your defense is playing pretty good, you probably go for it. You know, if
You're going to go for it?
But, you know, if you feel like, I mean, I think they feel their defense is playing pretty good right now.
Yep.
All right, here we go. 4th and 5 coming up for the Falcons.
They're in a pitch, a pass.
First pass.
It's a single route. Only a one-man route.
Oh, he caught it. He caught it.
Wow, this is a good on like junior high. This is a one-man route, don't it? And he's able to get open and did a little 10-yard curl.
Little replay. Got TV, a little replay.
Man, a little 10-yard curl, don't it? And just like that, first down Falcons.
Bobbled and came up again with it. Here
Yeah,
we go.
he came up with it.
There we go. Here's the play. Mira qué más quieres con Catch TV.
Well, that DB was backpedaling way high.
Oh, wow.
Yep, he bobbled it but caught it. Bottom line is they're going to move those chains.
All right, 22 seconds ain't counting left in the first quarter. Cougars knocking on, it's the Falcons knocking on the door one more time. They're at the 27. Oh, free play.
Well, it looked like probably possibly a little offsides on the Cougars.
Yeah.
As the tailback, if the play holds, it's a gain of 8 as an option on the left side from going north to south. If it holds, a gain of 8, probably not.
Paul, you take the 8 yards?
Oh, yes, sir, I do.
So you won't take the 5 yards?
Nah.
Here we go.
2nd and 2, let's go. Well, they might even call a timeout. Let's see. The coaches are on the field over there.
No, they're declining it. They're going to run the clock, and it's going to end.
I'd go ahead and take that.
We got 10 seconds left. They declined the offsides, picked up 8 yards on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 2 coming up.
And I hope, between the quarters, hope we can get some more out of Coach Escobar here. We got a head coach for a big old 6A team, so this will be great when we get some insight from him, Coach, here in a minute.
That'll be so no flag on the play, and it's going to take us down to 1 quarter of football here at Edinburg Stadium.
Big old 6A team.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be
how about Coach Guerra? Shout out, Coach Guerra. I'll tell you what that is in a minute, Coach.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, so far right now, the biggest play was the fumble by the Cougars. After that, it was the Falcons that went the 85 yards to put 7 points on the board. And then the Cougars get another chance, a big break by running into the punter, but didn't manage to do nothing after that. So after 1 quarter of play, the Cougars have touched the ball twice. They picked up 3 first downs, but they turned the ball over twice. One's on downs and one's on the fumble. So that's for the Cougars. On the other hand, it's been Los Fresnos just running the ball like crazy 7 times, and they scored with 5:12 left in the quarter, and they got 1 pass, and it was caught.
All right, it's going to be play action pass. He's got a man open, and I don't know how he's able to get on top of the DB, but he did, and it was just slightly overthrown as they've been giving him a steady pass of run. Now play action caught that corner coming up.
On this position and both positions, Paulo, that's been the 2nd pass thrown. It'll be 3rd and 2 coming up. Kind of a free down, I like to call it, coaches. When you're that 2 and 1, 2 and 2 coming up, it's a free play. Throw it out.
I'd blitz 15 guys. They're probably going to run in this play, don't it?
Yeah.
And sure enough, there it is.
Take a chance. Take a shot.
That's right. Quarterback follows his lead blocker and goes untouched. I don't know if he tripped on the turf or what, but he's down at the 2. So they're going to move those chains and drop those chains. Now, I would have blitzed about my entire team on that play. 3rd and 2, I would have bet 99.9% chance they're going to run.
All right, that's going to be the 7th play of the game, and they got 1st and goal, ball at the 1-yard line.
All right, little motion across the formation. Quarterback's going to be stymied as just a bottleneck of people Edinburg North defensive lineman staying low. Good job as no gain on it.
All right, second down coming up. Second down and goal. Ball is still at the 1 yard line. No gain on that play. We're down to 11:21 left in the half, ladies and gentlemen. Cougars had a little life to start the game. They fumbled the ball at the 10-yard line, 15-yard line. Falcons went the 85 yards to put 7 points on the board. They get a break after that. After going 3 and out, they run into the punter, get a first down, but never did nothing after that.
And it's going to be
fumble.
The ball's on the ground.
Cougar
football.
Here we go. Are they marking him down?
Yes, they marked him down.
No, it's Cougar football. All right, another break.
Boy, they got some penetration by the D-line there, don't it?
Yeah,
and it disrupted the whole timing of the whole play.
There's the replay. They met
Oh, good job, Cat TV. Rick on the camera.
Look at that. Look at that. There's the ball.
Coach, we got Coach Escobar here. Coach, at what point in time during the game, your game plan maybe not working as well, at what point in time do you, and we're just asking because, you know, the ladies and gentlemen out there don't go to often to get to hear from head coaches like yourself.
Yes, sir.
But at what point in time do you say, you know what, I'm just going to, you know, I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to start going out of my element, maybe throwing more than we used to. You know, what goes through your head as a head coach?
Well, I think, you know, you really got to get a feel for the kids, see how they're doing, and see how they're reacting to the defense and things like that. And sometimes you just got to change on the go, man. Just do it. You got to feel good about what your kids are doing.
Quarterback's going to keep it himself, nothing doing. I appreciate that insight, Coach. You know, just talking about the kid, you got to know how they're feeling. You got to know.
Just go with the momentum. Flow the game. That's what it comes
I'm sure the
down
ladies and
to.
gentlemen appreciate that insight.
All right, second down coming up. A pickup of no yards on the play, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 coming up. 10:35. Cougars get a little Christmas gift the way Falcons did by getting the fumble. The only thing is they got it real deep, close to the end zone. It's at the 5-yard line. It's 2nd and 10 coming up. 10:24 and counting. Still Falcons 7, Cougars 0. Donut Salinas, Paul Osbury, Coach Escobar joining you from Cat Stadium. We're live.
Falcons in a 4-3. They got a safety deep, and it's gonna be a play action pass. He's gonna launch it up in the air, and good job by that safety. I'll tell you what, Falcons got a lot of confidence in their D-line and linebackers. Those safeties are playing back. Go ahead and throw it. Go for it. I'll tell you what, like Coach Escobar said, he knows firsthand. Looks like they got a pretty tough defense and a pretty tough defensive line. Pretty tough front seven.
Yes, sir. They do. We run the power where we block down, kick out, and their defensive ends do a great job. They're well coached. They do a great job of squeezing and wrong shouldering it, and kind of causes a little havoc in there. And they're pretty tough kids.
All right, here we go. It's going to be 3rd and 10 coming up. Incomplete. We'll stop the clock with 10:06 left in the half. Falcons 7, Cougars 0.
Double twins. Falcons are in a cover 2. I mean, 2 safeties are going to be deep over the top, and they're going to throw it right into the safety. Oh, I thought maybe it was going to be a pick. Now, Donut, just for the fun of it, I don't want to confuse the folks. Coach was talking about the wrong shoulder. Everybody's thinking, I didn't know you had a right shoulder. Is there you have a correct shoulder?
Right and left?
Well, no.
He's calling the wrong
He's
one?
saying the correct shoulder.
Oh.
No, wrong shoulder. He's talking about the defensive technique, don't it?
In Odessa, how many shoulders do you have?
Yeah, I know. If this one's wrong, the other one's right, or what?
If you work out in the oil field, you can have about 4 shoulders.
You confuse me enough as it is. Now we have somebody else confusing you more. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 10:01 left. It's the Cougars playing out of their own end zone. Right now, it's 10:01 left in the half.
Looks like they're coming for a block. If nothing else, it gets that punter nervous, and you see a low line drive. Good. And it's going to – and, okay, that's a pretty smart decision. The ball bouncing around on the turf. Returner thought about returning it, but if you can't field it cleanly, you know what? Let it die and live for another play.
Pablo, it was at the 5-yard line, came all the way down to the 46-yard line on the Falcons side of the field. Pretty good punt.
Well, bottom line is it's a net. I don't know how far it was, about a 40-some. It was net of 40-some.
So we're fishing.
It's not a punt like Paul Osbury used to punt. That's not even close.
Now we're fishing.
I would have punted and made the tackle.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. 1st and 10, 9:50 left, and it's the Falcons at their own 47-yard line. Pablo.
All right, strong left. If you're the Cougars, it's going to be an option. Ooh. Oh! And
right thing to
quarterback, yeah, he could have pitched it. He should have pitched it a long time ago. He held it a little bit too long. And a great job by that outside linebacker, defensive end, I'm not sure which one. Got to the quarterback, bad pitch.
Lost to 12 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 35. Como Lynn on the Brewster.
Oh, and Brewster.
2nd and checkpoint.
2nd and Brewster.
2nd
and Brewster, Jim.
Brewster, Jim. All right, 2nd and 22 coming up for the Falcons. We're down to 9:15 and counting, ladies and gentlemen, in the half. Cougars trying to get some points on the board. Right now, it's the defense on the field, though. Here we go, Pablo.
All right, Cougars. This time it's going to be a run to the left side. Quarterback's going to keep it on the misdirection. Again, linebackers flowing to the 3 running backs, keeps himself right up the gut for a gain of 10.
Picks up 10 yards. It'll be 3rd and 12 coming up. Cougar defense needs to come up big. Hey, guys, I was talking to the coaches. I went over there before the game, and I went in their box, and I said, so what's up? He goes, defense is going to keep us in the game.
All right.
That's what they're doing.
All right, here we go.
3 running back set. It's going to be a pass. He's going to roll out to his right. Again, a one-man route. And he's going to think about keeping it, and he's just going to throws it right into the chest of the Cougars.
So it's going to be Cougar
football.
All right.
So don't move those chains,
but we're going to
flip those chains.
Hey, coach, ¿qué más quieres? He doesn't play. Watch out, coach. Look
a very poor decision by the quarterback. We're all kind of confused. He literally threw it right to the DB, and he was only 10 yards away from him. Bottom line, Cougars football, Cougars catch a break.
That's tough.
And stop
That's
a very
good job by the defense.
And Los Fresnos, there you go. Why fix what didn't broke, don't it?
Yeah.
All of a sudden you want to start passing the ball.
Oh, they
you're gaining.
Passed.
You're averaging 7 yards a run. They start pitching the ball. They start doing plays that can result in problems like that.
That's the first time they ran the option. They've been running the pitch, but that was the option.
Coach got a little too pretty on that one right there.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10, Cougar football.
All right, power I.
Here we go.
Following his lead blocker right up the gut. A gain of about 4. I think Los Fresnos better get back to what they did in the first part of the quarter because they got away from it, started pitching, started passing. I don't know what they're thinking, don't it?
I don't know either.
Coach, what are they thinking?
Well, I mean, I think they're just trying to try different new stuff. You know, they're probably trying to give people something to look at.
Yeah, get a feel of those plays.
Yeah, I mean, just
Coach,
people got to prepare for that next week. They're thinking ahead,
Oh, we moved.
I think that's one of those
flags
deals.
are going to come out bigger. I mean, that's.
Every offense coordinator is different. It's hard to see what they're thinking. And some people stick with it. It's always hard to stick with what you come in with, and you get a little confidence in yourself, and you start trying to do different stuff.
I'm sorry, Coach. 5 yards against the Cougars, ladies and gentlemen. They had a 2nd and 6 coming up. Now they have a 2nd and 11. And Coach, I understand the first 3, 4, 5 games of the season. But something like this, it's got to be
stick with what you do.
As a coach for a flag like that. Here we go,
Yeah.
2nd and 11 coming up.
It went on with us too, and I know what
play action pass. He's got a man open, and he was double covered. Interception, Los Fresnos,
and he's still going.
And he's still on his feet, and he might be caught from behind as he tries to strip him. Great job by the Cougars at least to go for the strip, but I'll tell you what, he threw the triple coverage, don't it?
You got a replay, Catch TV. All right, they're starting to get a replay. Paulo, take us to it, Paulo.
Well, what happened right there, you have a little 10-yard curl. Problem is, he didn't find the void. He set up right in front of a bunch of guys. Yeah, and that linebacker, they might have put him at fullback, or maybe he is, I don't know. But good job by the Cougars.
He almost came up with the ball.
Tried to strip it.
Hey, Catch TV, thank you very much. Hey, Coach, ¿qué más quieres?
¿Qué más? You got Rick on the camera.
This is great, man.
Yeah, baby.
So it'll be 1st and 10. So one more time, we're going to
move those chains. Flip those chains.
And drop them chains. All right, 1st and goal from the 7-yard line for the Falcons.
All right, this time he's going to hand it off. He's going to get there, don't it?
Well,
he got enough block. He's going to get there.
They heard us say,
touchdown Falcons.
They heard us say, why pass the ball? Why try to fix what's not broken? So they go back to running the ball. On the first play, they go 7 yards. So with 7:31 left on their 4th possession, it is the Falcons coming up with another touchdown. So with 7:31 left, it's now Falcons 13, Cougars 0. Point after coming up. Pablo, take us through it.
Well, don't it? Here on the extra point now. That's too easy for Los Fresnos because those tailbacks, he had 2 lead blockers outside of the linebackers. I mean, those linebackers were already dead in the water just by the speed of how those backs got. And a good snap, and looks like a good hold, and it's going to be a good kick. Extra point Los Fresnos.
Falcons.
Same thing.
Same thing.
That's right. But they really got an advantage on that outside play, don't it? Those tailbacks. They had 2 lead blockers on one guy basically. Yeah, he was going to walk in there, don't
Hey, coaches, I'm going to break this down a little bit. And right now, if you ask me what's the problem, the Cougars aren't taking advantage of these breaks. They got the break on the running into the punter to keep their drive going. The second time they're trying to put the point to the board. Then they get the break and intercept the ball to try. And they said the defense was going to keep them in the game. But the offense right now, to me, after that first drive that took them down to the 15 on their 1st and 10 from their own from the Falcon 15-yard line, has been nothing but going the wrong way.
And I think it's part of the game. It's part of the game, and I think it's talking about teenage kids and things like that are going to happen. The hardest part is trying to teach kids and preparing them for the stuff when it doesn't go well, and I think that's all part of coaching and the psychology aspect of it. I think you got to The hard part is teaching them to overcome it.
It's like, oh, yeah. That's a big old word. That's a compound word.
No, Coach, and it's great, Coach. I mean, I get great feedback from Paul, and now it's even better now. So thanks a lot for joining us, Coach. And I kind of heard a little comment about coming up here. It's hard.
It is tough.
You were a game or two or half away from being there.
It's really tough to be here and watch a playoff game because I'm real competitive, and I really don't go watch playoff games if we're not in the playoffs. I really don't, but you guys have been great to me, and you've been really good to me.
Really thank you, man, and it's hard, I bet. Here we go.
It is.
It's a good kick. Going to be fielded cleanly at about the 12, maybe the 14. He's run up the gut, and just like that. Looked promising for a little bit there. Tackle at the 32, where the Cougars are going to start down 14-0.
And, Coach, getting back to you, Coach, I kind of heard you say a comment to somebody about, it's going to be tough being up there. So,
it is.
Coach, thanks a lot, man. And,
but it's good.
hard,
But I appreciate you. I mean, you guys have been great to me, and the community's been great to me, and the kids have been great to me, and administration. So, I can get over it. I can get over it, and it's good because it makes me want to work harder for our kids. And next year at this time, we want to be here.
Yeah, maybe we'll be calling your game.
And maybe I'll be up here doing this, and somebody will be down there coaching.
Yeah, right. Here you go.
I'll send Paul
we need you down there, Coach.
Up, 724.
All right, same thing, read option, except he has to cut it back, and that's not a good thing, don't it? Well, you got to cut it all the way that far back. And Los Fresnos, I tell you, that defensive end, those guys really set the edge very well. Los Fresnos stopped them for getting one.
We talk about not letting the guy go outside. They're not letting the Cougars get to the outside at all right now.
Oh, they're really doing a good job.
1 yard only. We got 2nd and 9. Clock still running. We're under 7 minutes left in the half, ladies and gentlemen. We're at Cat Stadium. I'm Donald Salinas. Paul Osbury, Coach Escobar joining us from the Bobcats, and also Ida Salinas helping us on the stats. Here we go, Pablo. 2nd and 9. 6:50 left.
Double twins. They got a safety over the top. They're going to hand it out to Whitesides. Hang on that ball as he breaks free up the middle. He got his foot, but after a gain of about 4, he's going to leave it, 3rd and 5, don't it?
You got a 3rd and 4 coming up. He picked up 5 yards on the play, Pablo. So 6:35 and counting. Cougars trying to get back in this game. There's plenty of time, coaches, so no time to panic, Coach.
No,
not even.
These guys have been in it all year. They've come back from a lot of ball games. They've done a great job of battling, and these kids are mentally tough. I've seen it all year long, so.
All right, here we go. It's going to be 3rd and 4 coming up with the Cougars ball at their own 38-yard line.
Double twins. And Los Fresnos threatening the blitz up the middle. They give it to Whitesides. He tries to bounce it outside. Good pursuit by the linebackers. And that's probably going to be enough for the first down.
So
on the right
they're
side.
going to
move those chains.
Big first down and another 15.
And they're all looking for that extra flag, but
nowhere. Did he get up and run again?
I don't know. They were begging for a little bit more there.
All right, that's all right. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, sometimes you get it.
Especially when you need it. Here we go. So it's going to be, we moved the chain, so it's going to move 1st and 10. He went out of bounds, stopped the clock with 6:06. 1st and 10, ball at their own 45-yard line. Cougar football from Edinburg, Cat Stadium.
All right, looks like they're going to keep it himself. Nothing doing. Well, but he ended up squeaking out a few yards out of him. He's a big boy, quarterback. Gain of 3 as he runs off the right guard, right tackle.
Paulo, they're giving him 4 yards on the.
That's a very generous spot.
You take 4 yards every time on first down?
You're dang right.
All right.
Every play.
For every play. 4 yards a pop, you'll get a first down.
That's right.
All right. Here we go. 2nd and 6 coming up for the Cougars. Cougars got a little momentum back. Let's see if they can keep it. We're down to 5:39 and counting left in the half.
Double twins. Whitesides on the right hip of the tail by the quarterback in the shotgun. And it's going to be a handoff to Whitesides. Had to go off the left side. Squeaked out a few yards. A gain of about 2.5 or 3. Going to leave it about 3rd and 2, don't it?
3rd and very manageable, 2 right here coming up. 5:20 left. Cougars trying to get back in this game after they fumbled the ball. And they threw an interception. Another time, both turnovers have turned into 14 points for the Falcons. Here we go, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 coming up. Pablo, take us through it, Pablo.
All right, twins right, split left. They got man-to-man at the top, the big boy. And it's going to be a run. Whitesides is going to get enough for the first down. It stays on his feet. He's tough.
How about that yakety-yak?
Yakety-yak. Don't talk back. Right there. A gain of about 3, don't it? And they're going to move those chains.
We're moving the chains. Cougars trying to get back in this game. So are the fans. It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball quickly on their 44-yard line. That's of the Falcons. So with 4:52 left in the half, Cougars trying to get into this game. They're down right now 14-0. Ball is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line of the Falcons.
Twins left, split right. Going to be a quarterback keeper off the left side. He gets outside. Oh, and could not break free of that. I don't know if that's a linebacker defensive end, but real good job. But basically a one-on-one tackle as he brought down for a gain of 1.
2nd and 9 coming up, 4:35 and counting. Coach, you feel good, Coach, next year coming up?
Yes, sir. I feel good. You know, I still think, you know, we're building out there. I feel really good about it. Our kids are doing a great job.
All right, I got one more question. We'll continue this, but I got another question for you right now. Here goes 2nd and 9, Pablo.
Strong right if you're Los Fresnos. Twins to the right side. Quarterback's going to keep it. He's got a little bit of room, and he's going to get enough for the first down and then some. So they're going to move those chains.
All right, another first down. And, Coach, we were just talking right now, and I got excited with the play, so I forgot my question, but I'm going to come to you in a minute. I'm sure it's going to come back. So right now it's going to be another move in the chains. 4:12 left. Coach, we got so much you ask you can't leave, man. So,
no, it's good. It's good.
We'll see what happens.
Yes, sir. Maybe I need to let Paul sit down.
Coach,
Cougar.
I remember now. Did you get what you wanted out of the season? Like you say, you're going to be progressing. Did you get enough progress this year?
Yes, sir. You know, I think as a coaching staff and as a team, I think we got what we wanted to get. You know, of course, there's a couple games we probably could have won. You know, but our kids battled. You know, our kids fought, and you know, when it was week 10, it felt like it was week 3. When it was week 10, I felt like it was week 3. You know,
okay.
I felt like we just played Brownsville veterans, and that's a sign of being on coaching a team that's still into it, still practicing hard and doing the right things, and that's a tribute to the coaches, the assistant coaches, and the kids. So, you know, I think we got what we wanted out of them.
All right, and mentioning coaches, Coach, did you bring a lot of coaching staff with you? Did you keep a lot, or what are your plans are to stay the same right now? Everything's going good?
Yes, sir. I think that's a big key of it. I think you got to keep the same nucleus because the kids are getting acclimated with those coaches and getting used to them and getting to know that they care about them and know that they're going to coach them hard, but they're going to love them up too. So, you know, I brought in about 7 coaches and retained about 4 or 5. You know, and really old Bobcats that were there. You know, Coach DeLeon, who's, you know, I made a comment today talking to kids. Coach DeLeon played 30 years ago, but I think it's not that long ago. But he played for Coach Flores. Yeah, Buzz. Yeah, so everybody knows him as Buzz. Nobody knows Coach DeLeon. They know him as Buzz.
All right, here we go. It's going to be back to action here at Cat Stadium. Cougars called the timeout. 4:12 left, 1st and 10 ball at the 31-yard line off the Falcons.
Twins left to the short side of the field, split right. Shotgun formation again. This time it's going to be a pass. He stays in the pocket. And he's covered. He's going to overthrow everybody as a man-to-man, a fade route right there. But the corner had very good coverage. He was on top of him, don't it?
Paulo, we've yet to throw a good pass as far as, you know, the Cougar side of the field. We're running the ball well by quarterback and White. I mean, again, why? I mean,
oh, my opinion is they must have thought that maybe that corner was falling asleep on a few plays. They probably thought maybe he was coming up a little bit on some runs. But apparently he wasn't because he was on top of that DB like he's supposed to be.
All right, 2nd and 10 coming up. Ball at the 31.
And it's going to be handed off to Whitesides right up the gut. And he is met by the second level after a gain of about 3 or 4. And I'll tell you what, Donut, those corners got to feel real good about themselves because Cougars are having a hard time getting the ball outside anyway.
All right, quick question. Do you go 2-down territory? You got a good kicker, remember.
I think, I'm not sure. Depends how the kicker feels. I wouldn't mind trying to kick a field goal here. You got to get some points.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Cougars.
All right, he's going to keep it himself. He tries to get outside, turns it back inside, and he is met. At least gets a little bit closer for a potential field goal.
It'll be at the 25, so you're looking at a, 25, 35, 42-yarder?
Well, he definitely got the leg, don't it?
Yeah. I think you take the points. I think Paul's right. You know, you take the points here.
And again, it has a lot like the Coach Escobar would say, you know, I mean, you got to know the kids. How's he feeling today? How'd he kick in pregame?
That's right. I mean, I think
all right, it's the Cougars going for it, ladies
Well, here's our decision right there.
We have a 4th and 3 coming up with the Cougars. 3 minutes left in the half. They're down.
Look at
14-0.
this. Man-to-man. Got about a half a foot advantage down here. Man-to-man. That's too easy. Let's go.
Timeout, Cougars. And ladies and gentlemen, I mean, first of all, you know, I'm going to be the first one to say it looks a lot easier from up here. and when you're not,
It does.
Hey, it's a piece of cake, don't it?
you have
It
nothing.
does.
We're never wrong.
It does. It does.
Yeah,
I mean, like I'm sitting up here talking about it, and I'm thinking, God, this is easy.
Yeah, right. Real easy, Coach. When you're up here, like
When you got Coach Escobar hanging out with us, you're thinking,
Que
get my
más
skaters.
quieres?
It got a lot easier when you got here, Coach.
Yeah, and Coach, thanks a lot, Coach.
No,
and once
thank
again,
you.
thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
It's making me sound. Paul makes it sound like if I know what I'm doing, and
I
Y'all
do.
do a
makes
great
me do it.
job.
Now I'm a
Y'all do-
genius now, man.
Y'all do a great job. Y'all really
No,
do.
don't
I didn't know
worry,
y'all did
No,
this.
so-
I'm going to have to carry me a headset down there and listen to
Yeah,
y'all guys.
yeah.
Y'all do a great job. Y'all really do.
Hey, don't be afraid to chime in on us. Hold on, guys. Up there in the booth, Donut and Paul, what do you think I should do? Go for it, Coach.
Yeah, we go
But it's
for
4th and 40. Go for it anyway. No.
No,
Yeah.
Coach.
Hey, Coach, shout out, Coach Guerra. Shout out.
Shout out to Coach Guerra.
Yeah, shout out, Coach
Shout
Guerra.
out, Coach Guerra. Shout out, going out to Coach Guerra.
Shout out.
Enjoy the
Shout out.
game. Shout out.
Oh, he's enjoying the heck out of the game now.
All right, don't be driving, buddy.
No, sir.
2:53 left. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's thank
There's no
ValleyCentral.com.
Bobcat right there.
There's a Bobcat. Hello, Bobcat
Hey,
jacket
Bobcat's
in
here.
the house.
There you go.
That's how big my Letterman jacket is, Coach. Fits me like a cutoff, though.
Yeah, like the old Shimble shirts.
Hey, back to action at Cat Stadium. It's going to be the Cougars going for it on a 4th and 3 coming up. Ball at the 25-yard line of the Falcons. Pablo.
Two running back set. Twins right, split
Hard count.
left. And he's going to roll out to his right. It gives him an option of either keeping it or throwing it. And he got tipped at the line. And that's just like that. They're not going to move those chains. They're going to flip them chains.
Wow. And again, Coach, we talked about it earlier. You talked about it. There's about 3 or 5, 6 plays that's going to make a difference in the game. That might be one of them right there. Of course, the other one was the interception that went the other way, and then fumbling the ball in the red zone.
You know,
So far.
it always 2 or 3 plays are going to decide the game. That's why you can't ever slack off or take a play off. But you know, I think that's just good defense. I mean, I don't think it's a bad call. I think it's a good defense.
All right, best thing coming out of it is they gave the defense a little rest. Now they're back on the field once again. 1st and 10 for Falcons. 2:48 left in the half. They're up 14-0.
This time Falcons go double twins, hit a man in the flats, does a little hitch route, catches it, takes a few steps, gain a 5, steps out of bounds. Now it looks like those Fresnos are changing it up a bit. They're going double twins as well, don't it? They might start airing it up.
Why?
Well, I don't know. You know, Coach, he's got different insight.
I think they're trying to score before the half.
All right, here we go. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Quarterback rolls out to his left. He's got a man open in the flats, and he hits him again. And he's probably gonna try to stay on his feet. And he did not go out of bounds. He could have gone out of bounds.
Well, they needed 5, and he picked up 12, so they're going to
Move those chains.
They're going to run the clock. He didn't go out of bounds, though, Pablo.
You know, also at the same time, Los Fresnos is probably working out the kinks on a couple things. They're probably thinking next level already.
All right, here we go. It's going to be 1st and 10, ball at the 42-yard line. They still got all 3 timeouts.
Quarterback keeper.
Oh.
They do trips
To
left,
the outside.
trips right, split left, and really all they did, Donut, was just trying to clear out the linebackers. That was going to be a quarterback keeper all the way. And it worked.
All right, they needed 10. I think they picked up 11, but nobody's moving the chains or nobody's giving a sign. So here we go.
They are.
Move
those chains.
All right, move the chains. Start the clock. Let's go. Roll the clock. Later, Coach.
Yeah, trips right, split left. This time he stays in the pocket. It's going to be,
I
we
thought
thought
it was
maybe you're right.
I thought it was going to get picked off. Pick up of 8 yards on the play. Coach, you're going to join us on the next one when we say move those
Yeah, you
chains.
gotta
We're
join
going to
us.
do a trio, man. We're going to do
Yeah,
a
we're
trio.
going to do it.
Okay.
You be ready, buddy.
All right.
Here we go. 148 left. Clock still running. 145. Second and 2 coming up. Ball at the 40-yard line of the Cougars.
Los Fresnos running some very conservative routes. Just 10-yard curl, 5-yard curl, a little hitch.
Still
Very
got,
conservative, and it's working.
still got 3 timeouts left, guys.
You're right about that. And it's going to be a pitch. This time he gets it handed off. He's going to get the first down. He might even get out of bounds.
No, he just got the first down. They're starting to stop the clock at least for that. For right now, we're going to
Move those chains. Hey, we got Coach Escobar in the house.
Oh, my God. I love it, Coach.
Julio wants to say move those chains over there, too. Hey.
I love it, Coach. Thanks a lot. Here we go.
Thank you.
123
Thank
left.
you.
1st and 10. Ball at the 36-yard line of the Cougars.
Trips left, split right. As the quarterback's going to be walked down, that's a
loss
coverage sack. The
9.
Los Fresnos tried to do some clearing out routes. They were basically crossing each other out, but it took too long to develop. He was waiting for some guys to come open, and they didn't, and the line gets to him.
All right, so they get a timeout by Los Fresnos. They have 2 left, 1:10 left. It's right now Falcons 14, Cougars 0. Ball at the 45-yard line. They were at the 36-yard line. I lost a 9 on the play. Bring up a 2nd and 19 when we get back to action here at Edinburg Cat Stadium. Once again, I'm Donut Salinas. Coach Escobar joining me to my left. And behind me now, Paul Osbury. Thanks a lot, Paul. I'm sorry, Miss Stats.
No, do not be sorry, sir.
Everything is taking your chair.
Missed everything.
All right. Coach.
Yes, sir.
How important is it as a coach or for your team to try and keep this game at 14-0 and not go into the half with it being 21 or 17-0?
I think it's very important. You know, the Westco game.
Momentum.
Yeah, I mean, the Westco game, we were down 19-0 going into half, and then I went for it on 4th down. Another great call. It wasn't a great call. But they go down, they take a short field, and they score. They go up 26-0 at half.
Oh, wow.
You know, I think it makes a big difference.
All right, here we go. It's going to be 2nd and 19 coming up, Pablo.
Oh, they got man-to-man at the bottom, and that's a great route.
Oh!
They saw man-to-man. The safety cleared out over there on the trip side and left man-to-man at the bottom. He ran a great route, a little slant, but it was overthrown.
Overthrown. I almost intercepted it. Was bobbled like 3 or 4 times. He made contact with the ball after stopping a high pass. Almost came up with it. It stopped the clock with 1:05. 3rd and 19. Cougars thinking now they might get something back.
Trips right, split left. And it's going to be a pass. He stays in the pocket. He's got a man in the flat in the middle, and he is hit as he ran a skinny post made popular by Michael Urban for the Cowboys. He ran a skinny post, and I'll tell you what, he ran into a not-so-skinny free safety right there.
Incomplete. It'll stop the clock with 59 seconds. Hey, now you're the Cougars. You send all 18 players to try and block it?
Let me see where they're at. Why not, don't it?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
You don't want to give him a first down.
Huh? Oh, we were talking about the wall. He was asking earlier.
What happened to the Bobcat wall?
We'll get some insight from Coach Escobar earlier. Martin Torres was asking about what happened to the good old wall back in the day.
The Bobcat wall.
Yeah, you could see it coming, man. It was going to be a good run back. Here we go. 4th and 19, 59 seconds left in the half.
And looks like they're electing it, and a very short, wobbly kick. Just get your hand up in the air, young man. Fair catch that. As it gets a bit of a Los Fresnos hop, and they're going to let a clock wind down. And with 49 seconds left on it, they have the 17.
All right, here we go. 49 seconds left. You got 1 timeout only. Do you try and do something, or you just hope you go into halftime 14-0? Does it depend what happens on the first play?
That's exactly right. The first play is going to tell you what you do. If you get a good yard, your 8 yards, you know, and then you keep on going, just hurry up, get up to the line, run the next, and then you know you got a great opportunity.
I learned something, Pablo.
Hey, you're hearing it from head coach right here.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10, Cougars, 49 seconds left in the half. And it's Falcons 14, Cougars 0. Here we go, Pablo, 1st and 10, ball at the 19-yard line.
Man-to-man, they need to put their big boy over here if you're going to have man-to-man all by your lonesome. And it's going to be
a draw.
It's going to be a draw as Whitesides goes right up the middle. Good job. Make it for a split second. They made it look like a pass, so they got to put 9 yards. And let's see.
39, hurry up.
And there's your first play. That's a good positive play.
Oh, the Whiteside's down, though. Somebody down.
And he stays on his feet. We talked about that earlier. Don't remember the last couple games.
Yeah.
If you're hurt, you need to come off the field or stay down, whatever. But he basically ran 10 seconds off the clock himself.
Well, they already used from 50.
No, they're done. Oh. They're done. They're content to run out the clock. Clearly, there's going to be another run probably, and it sure is right up the middle. And they're going to be content just going to halftime down 14-0, don't it?
All right, we're down to 7, and they call a timeout. Just move one more time, Pablo. Coach, ready?
Move those chains.
We got a trio up here moving the chains. It's going to move the chains one more time for the Cougars, and it's going to take us down to 7 seconds. We have an official timeout. Let's give them some Miss Everything stats right here, Paulo. In the first half, the Cougars attempted the ball 6 times. They picked up 7 first downs. 3 of them were in their first possession. Bad things about it is they thrown an interception. They didn't make it on downs when a 4th and 3rd came up on the 31-yard line on the Falcon side of the field, and they fumbled the ball once. So that's 3 turnovers, gentlemen. And they've been flagged only once, which is not bad at all. On the other hand, it's the Falcons touching the ball 5 times. They picked up 11 first downs, and they fumbled the ball 1 time and threw an interception themselves. But the good thing about it on the Falcons side of the field is they've scored twice when they got a turnover, going their way.
Donna, those are some great stats, man. That is a great job.
¿Qué más quieres?
¿Qué más? ¿Qué más?
No, ¿qué más?
¿Qué más, brother? We still got a man down. We have 7 seconds left till we get into the halftime, Donut. I'll tell you what, Los Fresnos surprised me and got away from what was working, and they started passing the ball and ran into some trouble.
All right, look, is that classic right there, coaches?
Yeah,
That's
that's basically
right
sportsmanship. You know, we talk about that all the time, don't it? Both teams, you know, everybody's warriors. You don't want anybody getting hurt. They're both trying to win. Both these kids practice, you know, a bunch of hours, and, you know, they feel for each other because they're just one warrior to another.
Yeah, and that's great class right there, ladies and gentlemen. What we're talking about is the opponent's taking a knee when you know, you got a Cougar down, and it's all the Falcons, cheerleaders, todo, I mean, que más quieres, everybody's on their knee, man. So great class act right there by the Falcons side of the field. In the meantime, I think we're going to have to run the clock, gentlemen. No, there's a timeout. I think Fernando's calling a timeout. So,
hey, no, man, I'm gonna have to block you, Coach. I'm gonna have to keep my feet a good wide base. I'm gonna have to keep you in, Coach.
Not yet, buddy. Here we go. So the last timeout's being used by the Cougars right now. We just gave you the half stats, ladies and gentlemen. The big plays right now so far is the Cougars fumbling the ball at their own 10-yard. I mean, on the Falcon 10-yard line, and came up to the 15, and they went 85 yards. And then they went for it on 4th and 3 from the 31-yard line on the Cougars. I mean, on the Falcon side of the field, and they didn't get the first down there. They've also thrown an interception after they picked up an interception themselves, getting the momentum back on their side. So for right now, after that first drive that went 8 plays, they were at the 15-yard line of the Falcons, got to the 10-yard line before they fumbled the ball. I mean, to me right now, their Cougars should be glad they're only down 14-0, but it could have been 14-14.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. It's going to be 1st and 10, ball at the 38-yard line. We're down to 7 seconds left in the half. Cougar football. Pablo, take us to it.
Well, they got a safety over the top here. There's going to be no chance throwing a bomb here. I'm sure they're going to just grind it out and go into halftime. That's exactly what they're going to do. White side's up the right side. A good cut block, but you know what? There's a flag. That's kind of usually on the offense right there. But no time left.
So we'll wait to see what the call is.
Well,
it can end on an offensive
yeah,
flag.
and that's why it has ended.
We'll make sure on that call is Mr.
Wait a second here.
Lagasa
Wait a
walking
second
up
here.
to the ref, to the umpire here on the
chop block.
We're going to get a little explanation. That might have been that cut block. He was being engaged.
Yeah.
And certainly nobody's taught to do that, Donut. I'm sure Coach could concur.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
It's
they're
just the heat
declining.
of the action.
Holding.
There you go.
All right, so that'll take us into halftime, ladies and gentlemen, at Cat Stadium. I'm Donut Salinas, Paul Osbury, Coach Escobar, joining us, Bobcat coach, and also my wife, Ida Salinas, on the stats. So for right now, enjoy the halftime show. And, Coach, I'm going to leave it up to you, buddy. You can stick around. You can join us. We're having a blast. I hope you're having a good time.
I'm having a great
We're
time.
hoping the Cougars can pull it up and come back on this game right now. For right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Falcons 14, Cougars 0. We'll be back at after halftime. Coach, thank you very much, Coach, and I hope you stick with us. It's
I
up
will.
to you,
I'm
buddy.
gonna stick around a
You're going to
little
stick around? All right, Coach is going to join us again. Enjoy the halftime show. We'll be right back.
We'll see you in 28 minutes.
All right, baby.